Shannon Sharp. Good morning on this Monday. What to talk about today?
Skip, let me go first, Skip. I almost didn't come today, but I wouldn't deprive you of your moment because I know you're going to come out here and my sister say, Shannon, just let him have his day. I'm going to let you have your day.
I got to tell you.
No.
I have been a Dallas Cowboy fan since 1961, and I have never, ever been so emotionally drained by a Cowboys victory than I was by this one. It was excruciating ecstasy. Excruciating ecstasy? How does that work?
Yeah.
I'm so drained, I barely have the energy left to dredge up to say, how about them Cowboys?
So how you found it?
Whoa!
There it is. There it is.
So
Is it
you
still...
barely had the energy, but somehow you drudged it.
I had to drag myself in here.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Excruciating ecstasy. Maybe that will carry over throughout the show.
Yeah.
Shannon, I have a feeling you and I are going to have to get on board here because the Cowboys increased their winning streak to 5 in a row, and it wasn't easy as they needed overtime to secure a 35-29 win over the Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott was held in check by New England, while Dak Prescott threw for 445 yards and 3 touchdowns, including the game winner to CeeDee Lamb. And I love CeeDee Lamb. I liked that moment. Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how impressive were the Cowboys?
Skip, I gave him an 8. But the game shouldn't have been as close as it was, and it definitely shouldn't have gone to overtime. Skip, when you have 232 more yards, you run 32 more plays, you possess the ball 12 more minutes, and you have 15 more first downs, you don't normally go to overtime in order to beat a team that you thoroughly dominated. But when you have 12 penalties for 115 yards, and you have that coach on the sideline, this what made this game closer than what it needed to be. The last 2 years, Skip, the Cowboys lose games like this. There's no way. And you mentioned the ebbs and flows of the ball game. The Cowboys looked like they had gained control, then all of a sudden they didn't. And then Trayvon Diggs, he's sure as he's had, I believe, Trayvon Diggs. I believe right now he's the defensive player of the year, although T.J. Watt says, hey.
Last night he made a statement.
Yeah, don't forget about me. But, Skip, he makes a play, and you're like, well, we got it won now. That secured it. And then they run an out-and-up move on Diggs, and he shouldn't have been, but he got greedy, but he has a safety in the hole, and I don't know what Kazee saw. Maybe he was trying to get greedy, go get him a pick, but Kendrick Bourne steps in front of him, gets the ball, goes back down the field, and give Dak Prescott skip. Dak Prescott has been unbelievable. And you said, well, what are they going to take away? I said, Skip, knowing Coach Belichick, the way having played against his teams, he's going to take away the run. And he's going to make Dak, because you like, when we run more than we throw, we're like, we haven't lost the ball game.
Yep.
And Coach Belichick says, you know what, guys? I'm going to take Zeke, and I'm going to take Pollard away.
Yep.
And you have 3.9 yards. You're going to get 31 carries, a little over 122 yards.
Yep.
But in order for you to beat us, Dak, you're going to need to throw the ball 50-plus times.
Yep.
And you're going to need to throw it and complete it at a high percentage. Can you do that? Dak said, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Skip, I don't want to get overboard. I can't give them a 10. Now, had they had a performance like this, say, against Tampa, and they win the ball game, or they have a performance like this against even the Chargers, even though they had a horrible loss yesterday, I would have given them a 10. But let's be real. The Patriots are not a very good football team. And there's no way around that. We can say, well, this and that and all this and all that. They got a rookie quarterback. But the fact of the matter is, that defense, that's the worst defense as far as a given day that Coach Belichick has ever placed on the field. That surpassed, you remember that Monday, that opening Thursday night when Kansas City did that number on them there. I think they had 538, something like that.
Yep.
And then Dak goes in there and does 567. I'm going to give them an 8, Skip. I believe this is a big win for them. This is something that they can build on. I was really, really impressed by Dak, because not did he have to overcome those 12 penalties, he had to overcome his own coach. Sometimes, Skip, the people that's closer to you doing you the most harm, and you don't even realize it, because you're so close to the action, you don't even realize it. Damn, bro, you sabotaging us. I gave him an 8. The Patriots aren't very good, and it's looking like they're not going to make the playoffs. But give the Cowboys credit. They found a way in a day that they should have run away with the ball game. They kept letting the Patriots hang around. Dak Prescott delivered in the end, and he did it in style, a walk-off.
A walk-off. Walked all over me. I still can't believe anything I saw yesterday. There were times I thought my team would deserve a 10 on the impressive scale yesterday. There were times I thought my team deserved a 0 on the impressive scale. So the harsh but true answer to Jenny's question is, scale of 1 to 10, they deserved a 5 on the impressive scale. But to your point, they're 5 and 1. They won a game that if Tom Brady had still been the quarterback in New England, he's going to win that game.
Yeah.
And the more I watch Mac Jones, I respect him. I'm moderately impressed by him, but I believe long-term in New England that the best thing you'll be able to say about Mac Jones is he's not bad.
Right.
He's not bad.
Right.
Well, is that damning with faint praise?
Right.
That's what you're up against.
Not bad won't win you a Super Bowl. You got to be really good and great.
So the bottom line was, that was the worst game my team has played all year. It was. I'm about to count the ways. It was the worst they played all year. Yet they won the game. They didn't do what you say are Cowboy things that lost the game.
Right.
They kept canceling out Cowboy things with great things. Dak Prescott's teams in 2016, 17, 18, and 19 would have lost that game.
Oh, yeah.
2020, definitely Dak or Andy Dalton. They're just going to lose that game.
2019, when they had Dak the whole year, you definitely losing that game.
You're losing that game. And by the way, Dak went up there in 2019. It was foul weather in November. But they managed to score 9 points. Well, yesterday, at times, they look like the most explosive offense in pro football, and they well might be. But the point is, they did this in spite of, and now let me count the ways of in spite of. My Cowboys went 3 of 13 on third down, and they won the game. My Cowboys had, to your point, 12 penalties for 115 yards, many of them on first down.
Right.
False start, holding, illegal man downfield, hands to face, name it, and I can just keep going. Almost all of them came on first down. It was 1st and 15. It was 1st and 20. It was 1st and 25. Right. And you kept having to climb out of holes that you did finally climb out of. But you did all that with 12 penalties for 115 yards, and you won the football game at Belichick. Dak Prescott threw an interception into the end zone, into his end zone, to Cedric Wilson. Let's just go ahead and look at it. It's just late. It's a little late and a little behind him, and it gets tipped up for an interception. That's not Dak.
Right.
That's not the guy. That's not the guy who saves the day. And it was a bad idea.
But
it was covered.
Why not go there and take the points, though?
Okay. You could. you could take the point. Okay.
That is a rookie quarterback. That is a rookie quarterback that you're up against.
Okay, I hear you. So he does that, and then we had a sequence down after a block punt on the goal line. They're 1st and goal at the 1-yard line, and I got to tell you, yesterday, Zeke often looked like he was running in Cabo sand. He looked like bad Zeke of 2019 and 2020. So could we just see this sequence at the goal line, please, here, if we could? This is 1st down to Zeke, and he's going nowhere. It's just, I didn't see burst. I didn't see quickness. Then he tries to just tiptoe it up in there, and he went nowhere. And I'm saying, sneak it, sneak it, sneak it. Okay, these are the 2 plays that don't make it. And then he sneaks it, and he makes it.
That was Dak.
He makes it. Yeah. Dak sneaks it, and he makes it. He's over the goal line. And I don't know what happens. They don't review it.
Right.
They didn't take enough time to review it. And before I know it, that happened. Because my boob coach, Mike McCarthy,
well, he can't review it, Skip. That's the last 2 minutes, so it's got to go upstairs.
I got it. But he went fast.
Right.
They ran the play quickly, like trying to catch them unawares.
He should have called timeout to make them have a little extra time to look at it, just in case.
Okay, the play-by-play says Belichick called timeout, but I don't remember that because they almost caught Jim Nantz and Tony Romo unawares, like it just happened so fast that they were already back at the line of scrimmage. And I'm saying, give it time to breathe.
Right.
Make them look at it a couple of times, because if you look at it, I'm pretty sure he fell across the goal line, and he's standing up saying, what has happened here?
Right.
But the point was, they couldn't get it in and didn't get it in and lost the football trying to go over the top, and he obviously lost control of the football.
I mean, I saw this. I mean, I didn't even really need to. I was like, he fumbled that.
Okay, so look at what you did. You went into the red zone. You were 2 of 5 in the red zone. You took a field goal another time, but you cost yourself 14 points,
Right.
or however you want to do the math backwards.
At least 10.
At least 10
Right.
by what you did or didn't do in the red zone. And by the way, speaking of Zeke, and you couldn't run, and we talked about it Friday. Will Belichick take this away? And I thought, no, he can't take this away because they have been sledgehammering every